Friends, recently I just completed a 10-day course of Vipassana meditation in Navsari, Gujarat. So I have come here to share my experiences with you so you can also get an idea whether you should go there or not, whether this meditation is suitable for you or not. So as I said that I just completed my 10-day course from 10th March to 20th March 2021. So actually I was a little bit confused whether I should go or not. I had been thinking for this since last few years because this method was totally different, because generally I'm used to praying God, the image of God, or chanting some kind of mantra, but this was totally different. In Vipassana meditation, we have to just focus on our breath and do things which we are not used to in basically Hindu religion. So I delayed it. Then I thought that it might not be suitable for me. But one of my close friends, he just completed this course and he told me that there is nothing wrong. The methods you are following, you continue them, but you go there, whatever you learn, you can add it to your own method and it will definitely be helpful to you. So I decided that yes, I mean, anyhow, I will go there because I like meditation. I do it not regularly, but definitely I am very much interested in it. So I decided in January that I'll be going for this course. So I searched in the website that there is a very good website. You can make your booking there and you can find out that what are the slots available. And this practice is carried all over India. There are centers all over India and also all over the world. So I searched for this course around March because I knew that I had to take 10-day leave from office, which will be very, very difficult. So in March, I found that there was a slot available in Navsari, Gujarat. So I went ahead and booked the slot. I also requested my manager in the office to allow me to go there, and also I requested my parents and family, and they also thankfully they agreed. So the course was from 10th March to 20th March, and I just did a little bit of homework that how much time we have to do meditation, what would be the clothes which we have to wear, and all the other things. So I immediately realized that this was not going to be easy. It was going to be a little bit difficult because we had to do around 10 to 11 hours of meditation. Then there was another rule that we did not have to speak. We could not speak to anybody for 10 days. So that was a thing which we are not used to generally. And other thing was diet. There was very, very strict diet. It comprised of breakfast, simple breakfast in the morning at 6:30. Then a lunch was provided around 11 a.m. And again there was light snacks around 6 p.m. And after that you were not allowed to have any kind of diet. And about other things, we are not allowed to keep the mobile or a wallet or any other thing. We are not even allowed to take a book with us so we can read or any kind of other thing. So you would have already imagined that it is not an easy cup of tea for everybody. And as I said that we had to do around 10 hours of meditation. And the primary slots which you should be mentally prepared for is that first slot, the challenging first slot is from 4:30 to 6:30. Then the second one is from 8 to 11 a.m. That is a 3-hour slot. And the other challenging one is from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. So these are the main slots that you should be mentally prepared if you want to go there. And about other things, we were provided a very, very simple room, and it had a attached toilet, bathroom, and it was a very, very simple room, nothing fancy about it. It was white colored and but a very good room. There was no issue regarding that. We are provided laundry services, so every day we would tie our clothes. Once we completed our bath, we put it at a specific place, and in the evening we got our clothes back, and they were ironed also. So that was again a very good facility. And again, coming back to the food, as I said, was not the quantity. I mean to say that it was just we were allowed to have food just 3 times, as at 6:30. then at 11. Generally we are not used to have food at 11 a.m., but still we had to take our food at 11, and from 11 to 6 we could not eat anything, and just light snacks at 6 p.m. So these are definitely challenging things, and but there is nothing to be scared about. Like if you are mentally prepared, then things start to fall in place after the second or third day. And in the first 3 days they just focus on breathing technique. Just we have to, they call it anpan. Anpan means we have to just focus on the breath when it is taken, and we have to just observe how the breath goes out. So this is a very simple technique, and many people, you would say that it will be very boring, but no, it is quite helpful. It is a very very powerful foundation. And from the fourth day the actual vipassana begins. So they explain properly each and everything. There is a lecture of Goenka ji every day from 7:15 or 7:30 to 8:30. In that lecture he explains each and everything in minute detail. And even during meditation, there is some kind of guided meditation, so that there is not too much stress in everybody. And there is a big meditation hall. Half of it is reserved for ladies, and half of it is reserved for men. And there is also a teacher. So whenever you have any question, you can consult the teacher, and the teacher will also sometimes ask you, and he will check whether you are having any difficulty or problem, or you are doing the practice in a proper manner. And there are also volunteers, so they call it dham sevak. So if you have any question, if you are facing any difficulty, then you can, regarding the lodging or food or anything, you can consult these people. Everybody is very very helpful. And the food prepared is also, food is very very simple, but it is definitely very delicious. It's a clean environment. And if the place is serene, if the place is spiritual, then obviously the food also becomes very very pure. So and food and there is a small canteen, and in canteen we are allocated a specific number, and they put our utensils there, a dish, a cup, spoon. So every time we have to pick up that dish, take the food, and once we complete the food, we have to wash that dish and again keep it at the same place. So it is very very systematic, but the rules have to be followed. And sometimes, and every day, I mean, initially the dham sevaks, the volunteers will make sure that you come on time. They'll come in the morning and make sure that you are not asleep. So they will take care. But later on our teacher said that you have to take your own responsibility. These people will not come and guide you every time. You have come from your home for 10 days. You have sacrificed your family life and your job, so it is your responsibility to do it in a proper manner. So these are all the rules and regulations, and whether you will be able to do it, that's a question which you will be having. You might be feeling that it is a little bit overwhelming, and I also felt like that, but I was mentally prepared. And if you are prepared mentally, if you are interested in meditation, and if you want to explore a little bit about spirituality, then definitely you should explore this option. It is very very good. And what else I would like to tell you, I have taken all the pictures, few pictures at the end of the shibir, because what happened is that after the ninth day, that is after the meditation hour, 2 hours meditation, on the 10th day they allowed us to speak, and we were also given our mobiles back around 3 to 4 p.m. So I took some pictures so I can share with all of you. And it was great that once then they call it noble silence. If you don't speak for 9 days, it is said as noble silence. So when the noble silence got over on the 10th day, then we felt very relaxed, we felt very relieved, and we made a lot of friends. And these are the real friends, because they had come here for a specific purpose, to enhance their spiritual life. So generally the friends we have, we know that they are more materialistic friends. They will keep on discussing about things which uh, which are less meaningful. They are not meaningless. And another thing which I learned is that most of the time we keep on talking, and it is basically unnecessary. We just speak for the whole day. If we speak, then just 5 to 10% of things are meaningful. So that was a very important thing I learned. And another thing is that to stay away from family and not contact them for 10 days is itself a very big achievement. So you can also, you realize that you can stay away from your family, and your family will also understand that look, it is possible. It is not that every day we have to talk with our family and say hi, hello, and everything. It is not required. So talking about me, how much advantage I got, then look, I am feeling good. I am feeling peaceful right now, and I am able to sit for long hours right now. So it is too early to say that how much gain, how much benefit I will get in the future. But the teacher said that you have to do meditation for 2 hours every day. Very difficult, but still he said that if you do meditation for 1 hour in the morning, then whatever work you do in 10 hours every day, then your productivity will increase and you will be able to complete it in 8.5, 9 hours. And again, if you do 1 hour meditation in the evening, then it will have a wonderful effect in the long run. But as I said that I have just completed my course, I am feeling good up till now, but I will explore more. It is verification is the proof, so I will verify it, I will validate it. And but I am feeling very good about it. And if things go proper, then I will also plan to go for a second this kind of course again. So I hope that I have given you a proper overview, proper guidance whether you should go to attend this course or not. And just final thing I would like to add is that just be mentally prepared. I watched a lot of videos of people the way I have created for you. I did little bit of meditation. I practiced to sit for 40 minutes, 45 minutes in a straight posture, because there we will have to sit for 10 hours in a day approximately. And you don't need to worry too much, because suppose you have to sit for 4 hours, that means every hour they provide a 5 minutes break. So all in all, it is not impossible, but you have to be mentally prepared. And it will help if you have got interest in these things, if you have got little bit of a spiritual bent, then it will be very helpful to you. And just to summarize that, at what age is suitable, then earlier the better. If young students go there, then they will get lot of benefit. Their concentration power will increase, their spiritual curiosity may increase, but and it will be very helpful to them for the rest of their lives. But it better later than never. So no matter what your age is, just pick up the right options, pick up the right path only, then just move ahead. Don't run here and there. And suppose that at the age of 60 or 70 you realize that I have just walked in the wrong way, then you would have lost most of the time. So definitely, as I said, maybe I have created a long video, but I tried to cover all the points. So I'm sure that you will explore this option. It is a very good option, and I'll again try to share my experiences after some time.